All right, welcome everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the University of Louisville. We've got some exciting news to announce this morning. You can always tell it's exciting when you're greeted at the door by a robot. So to tell you more about our news, I'd like to introduce our interim president, Dr. LARRI Stewart Gonzalez.
Thank you, John. Good morning and welcome to this amazing facility that we call LARRI, so we don't have to remember the long name, but it's the Louisville Automation and Robotics Research Institute. You've seen some of our robots when you come in. We have Tiago, Arno, Baxter. Those are examples of the types of technology that we all encounter and we will all encounter in the future. We'll see it in healthcare facilities, in entertainment, and significantly in manufacturing. The ability to interact with these machines, the ability to design them and program them, along with skills in additive manufacturing and micro and nanotechnology are becoming essential skills for the workforce in advanced manufacturing industries that we're really fortunate to have in Kentucky. At the University of Louisville, we strive to create futures for students that can change our society. This means preparing college students and high school students and others in the community with the skills they need to achieve their goals. So today, I'm incredibly pleased to announce that thanks to the support from our very own Congressman John Yarmouth, that the University of Louisville has been granted federal funding totaling $750,000 by the U.S. Department of Education to establish the Robotics and Additive Manufacturing Pathways to Success, or for those of you who won't remember that, RAMPS program at UofL. There we go. So this program was created to educate individuals at all levels in these advanced technologies. The RAMPS program will help fulfill the workforce needs of the Commonwealth and beyond. LARRI, along with Additive Manufacturing Institute of Science and Technology and the Micro Nanotechnology Center, all housed in the J.B. Speed School of Engineering here at UofL, are prepared to deliver these essential skills. By educating students and future workers for opportunities in advanced manufacturing and supporting these industries within our Commonwealth, RAMPS will help drive opportunity and prosperity for all. In addition, the RAMPS program will enhance our research facilities for these technologies. We'll be able to attract talented students and faculty that will further support and elevate the education and industry in Kentucky. We are extremely grateful to Congressman Yarmouth for his support in this initiative and, frankly, for his commitment to our Commonwealth, to our city, and to our university. He is truly a native son that we're so glad that we have him in our midst. So will you please give a warm cardinal welcome to Congressman John Yarmouth. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, LARRI, and thanks to everybody for being here. I appreciate UofL becoming part of my farewell tour. And I'm glad we are coming here with good news. Although it won't be farewell from UofL because I'm going to be teaching here in the spring in the political science department with Jasmine Ferrier. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, there are a lot of challenges facing Congress right now, some a lot more obvious than others. But we have made some real substantial progress. We've passed 4 major bills: the American Rescue Plan, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, the CHIPS and Science Act, and most recently, the Inflation Reduction Act. 2 of these bills also bear my name, and my staff doesn't like me saying this, but because of the process we used, everything has to come through the Budget Committee, which I chair, so my name gets put on the bill as the author. And even though I didn't write a word of either one of them, but my job was to herd cats, and that's actually not an easy job in Congress. But I'm immensely proud of having my name on these bills, and I bring this up not because these bills only because they invest in health and infrastructure. They make historic investments in innovation, in new technologies and industries, and in bringing more manufacturing back to the United States. When I say historic, I mean it. These are massive, once-in-a-generation investments that are going to transform our nation and create incredible opportunities for American workers. And you know who's already educating and training young people for these jobs of the future? The University of Louisville. That's why I'm here today and why I'm so excited to present the university with $750,000 in federal funding to launch ramps. This is what we used to call earmarks. And for those of you who weren't aware, because we ended earmarks back in 2010, and we've revived them, and now they're called community projects, because earmarks became a dirty word, which it shouldn't have been. But earmarks are when the member of Congress actually gets to make a case for a specific investment, as opposed to making a case for or supporting a big program, which then gets allocated based on a competitive grant situation. So these are the things where I get applications from various entities around the community. We vet them in my office, and then I make the case with the Appropriations Committee. So it's not just that I get to say what money goes where, but I get to make the case. And the Appropriations Committee has a big operation and vetting process. So this was not something that I just thought was important. This was something that my colleagues and their teams recognized as being important for not just our community, but for the country. But this program, as Lori said, will make the advanced technologies, including robotics, machine learning, and additive manufacturing, available to UofL students. It will also further cement UofL's position as a national leader in innovative workforce training, which I imagine will lead to even greater opportunities. I've fought hard to secure this funding because of the forward-focused and future-oriented work taking place in this laboratory at the Speed School. And this RAMPS program will add to the impressive portfolio of work that's already being done here in the university's Automation and Robotics Research Institute, the Additive Manufacturing Institute of Science and Technology, and the Micro Nanotechnology Center. You have lots of really long names for things. You have all the best words, right? Yeah. But most importantly, this funding is about ensuring a strong and successful future for current students and those to follow. This state-of-the-art equipment and training will be available to K-12 learners and JCPS students, and in making these resources accessible to underrepresented groups, we're also ensuring more young people can reach their full potential while creating the talented workforce of the future. There's so much happening here already. I'm proud to have been able to add to it, but I also know there's much more to come. Finally, just let me say what an honor it's been for me to represent the University of Louisville over the last 16 years. I don't know if you were aware of this, but there was a thought that they might split up the 3rd Congressional District into 3 different districts. And my first thought was, who represents U of L then? Because you can't say U of L is in one spot. And the U of L community is widespread, and I'm so glad they decided not to do that. Again, I'm not out of office yet. I haven't counted the days, but it's close to, right at 100, I think. Again, you'll see me around campus starting in the spring, and I look forward to many years more of working with you and for you as part of your community and as part of the Louisville community. So once again, congratulations, thanks for the work you do, and really excited about this small contribution to your work. Forgot. And my role is now to introduce U of L's Executive Vice President for Research and Innovation, Kevin Gardner.
Good morning. University of Louisville strives to be this region's partner in economic development, and that's a mission that we take seriously as the region's premier metropolitan research university. We not only fill companies in the region with top-notch talent, but we also create the companies of tomorrow in the knowledge and innovation economy. And a really important part of that economy is advanced manufacturing. I'm going to just take automation, robotics, micro nanotechnology and additive manufacturing, call them all advanced manufacturing techniques, and that's the future of manufacturing in the world, that's the future of manufacturing in the US, and for the US to be competitive in manufacturing and for our manufacturing economy, which really drives the state, to be successful, we need to be able to adopt both advanced manufacturing techniques and have the workforce to fill those new types of jobs. We're incredibly grateful for the partnership that we've had with Chairman Yarmouth, not only with programs like this. His students love him, I know, in the class that he teaches, which is really valuable as well. So lots of ways that Chairman Yarmouth has supported the University of Louisville over the years and continues to do so. I'm really pleased to introduce Professor Dan Popa to you. For University of Louisville to be a top research university, to start to develop new technologies, to start new companies around those, and to have students who are at the cutting edge, we need top-notch faculty. And Dan is a national leader in robotics and automation, and the leaders of our other institutes that were talked about here in additive manufacturing and micro nanotechnology are similar. So Dan is a national leader in robotics and automation that are really critical for this region's economy in advanced manufacturing and logistics, which really define the power of, of our local economy. So Dan directs the Louisville Automation and Robotics Research Institute, and I'll turn it over to Dan to talk about this new initiative.
All right, thank you, Kevin. So first, on behalf of everyone at Speed School involved in this new initiative, Dean Collins and Tom Burfield and Kevin Walsh, I'd like to thank our representative for securing this funding for us. So thank you again. So now I'm going to say a few words about this program. So I think everybody's aware that in the very near future, meaning probably just even now, the skills that are going to be needed by all manufacturers, that's from small companies to large companies, will be shaped by some degree, to some degree, by robotics and artificial intelligence. So we're talking about automation 5.0, industry 5.0, collaborative robotics, additive manufacturing will have a disruptive effect. And that begins here in this region because we have so much manufacturing and logistics potential. On the other hand, Kentucky is known as a state with a lower labor force participation rate than other states, and also a state with very high automation potential because we have a lot of manufacturers here. So we put those two things together, and we believe, again, the robotics and AI will play a major role in this region. So this program is going to help us develop, we call them collaborative human-machine interfaces. So these are ways for people to interact with this advanced technology. So some of this research is developed here at our institute, and I believe in the near future this technology will revolutionize the way factories work and how people will relate to manufacturing work. I think this technology will have the potential to make manufacturing jobs cool again, high tech, and it will require the workforce to have considerable video game skills. Which a lot of young people nowadays have those skills. So the RAMPS program will focus on engaging students at all levels, including high school, post-secondary students, also underrepresented groups, to improve awareness and access to robotics and additive manufacturing training. I think statistics, I have here statistics from 2017, showing that actually minorities have higher unemployment rates than the average, the national average, 3%, 4% lower. And I believe robotics automation is a level playing field. So essentially will enable anybody, regardless of race, gender, physical disability, to participate in the workforce in manufacturing. So if you have a robot that can help you carry something very heavy, the robot will do the lifting and you can do the guiding. So, so that way, a lot of people that did not even think to or consider working in manufacturing will be able to engage that way. With this project, we would like to utilize the strengths and assets of our university, work towards two goals. So one goal that we have here at LARRI is to create the first collaborative human-machine interface workforce training program. So I call it, it's a lot of, like you said, a lot of words here, but if we break this down, so we would like humans and robots, humans and machines to work together collaboratively. That requires new types of interfaces. For example, my phone, it could be things like wearable sensors that the worker will don. New types of vests, helmets, displays, and so on that are interactive. We would also like to create or to strengthen our additive manufacturing workforce training program through the expertise at AMIST, the Additive Manufacturing Institute of Science and Technology, and the Micro Nanotechnology Center here at UofL. So the program will engage in curriculum building, equipment acquisition, instruction, infrastructure build-up. We're going to start delivering workshops, introductory courses, demonstrations. We're going to start with UofL students, the student body in general. And then we hope to scale up the program in future years to accommodate approximately 200 students per year, offer new degree certificates, and also work with students from other partner organizations around the region. So we're going to work with, we're going to engage a lot of faculty and our staff and work with graduate, undergraduate students, engineering students to create these training programs. We're going to create the curriculum to talk about robotics, sensors, actuators, locomotion systems, concepts in system integration, system programming, and simulation. One of the first activities that we plan to do is essentially to enhance the lab infrastructure here in this building that you see, so that we can deliver both in-person and virtual training to about 200 participants every year. So what we want to do with that is virtual reality, augmented reality, optical tracking system. You see the system here where we'll be able to fly drones, for example, and ground robots. We're going to have quadrupeds, robotic-legged robots that can access places that are hard to reach. Modern simulation and physical tooling for robotic assembly, logistics and material handling, and advanced robotic grippers for delicate object manipulation. So think of robots that can handle strawberries, for example. That's advanced technology. So I encourage you to, those of you that haven't been here, take a look around the facility. And also, if you come back next year, you're going to see a lot more gadgets here. And we welcome you at any time. Thank you.